morning, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So we had a really good day yesterday cutting beans. So we're going to move to another farm. We're going to our southwest farm. There's 350 acres down there, which not all of it's beans, some of it's corn. So Dad and I actually split up. He's going to the east to cut about 25 acres of soybeans. We didn't feel like there was a need to run the two machines there, so I decided to move down to the southwest farm and start there. So you're probably wondering, why do you have your corn head on? Well, for two reasons. One reason is there's no more corn down here to the south. It's all picked off, so there's no need for a corn head to be down here, and it was sitting down at my grandpa's. And the second reason is these old gleaners are so lightweight that they dribble like a basketball down the road. So with just the weight of the 6-row head hanging on the machine, it makes it a lot smoother ride. So I carry it just for the quality of ride. So, and it's not like it's hard to carry a 6-row head down the road. I mean, it's not much wider than the machine anyways. So and I won't have to run back down here to Grandpa's to pick it up and put it on a head carrier or anything. I'll just keep it with me. So we might pick some corn while we're down here. I'm not sure yet. We'll see what the weather does. But at least I got it with me and I got the option, and I don't have to backtrack to go get it. I mean, I suppose we could pick them up with a bobcat and set them on the trailer, but really there's not a good way of picking them up. You could possibly drop one and injure it. I've always thought about making a head adapter to go on the bob attach of the bobcat to pick them up with. I've got one for John Deere heads for a 3-point hitch of a tractor, but it's not really designed to pick up case heads, so I'd have to revamp it some. In fact, I was kind of thinking about it earlier. I'm like, you know, it might not be a bad idea to go get another faceplate from the case feeder house and just weld a bobcat bracket to the back of it, and actually make a adapter to pick them up with the bobcat. So especially since we're getting a new T870 bobcat, it's got plenty of ass to throw them around with. So that's a 13,000 pound machine, so it should handle them no problem. So we're waiting on that bobcat to get here. We haven't got it yet. It's supposed to be here the end of October. So we've got it on order though. It is a fully pilot controlled machine. It's 3,000 pounds heavier than our T300 that we have now, so I'm pretty excited to get it because it's going to be a brute. So anyways, let's get moved down. When Dad comes down here, I'm going to tell him to stop and grab his corn head also. That way we don't have to run back down with his machine, and we'll just have him with us. So, and that might actually convince us to cut or pick some corn while we're down there. We'll see what it's like, see what the moisture is, and see what stock quality is, if it'll stand a while or not. So we'll see what happens. So anyways, let's get cutting some beans and get some stuff done today. Okay, so I got a little bit behind in video. I did get all the equipment moved down here. Got the tractor and cart, the combine, the Kenworth, and my tool truck. I did start cutting some. I just got back with my tool truck actually, because I had to run Dad's strength down to Grandpa's so that he could bring Dad's head down here, and Dad's going to bring his corn head down like I did, same thing. So we're going to get back going again. I got all this cut while I was waiting on Dad's strength to bring me fuel the first time. So I'll go ahead and get cutting. Now, a little bit of a trivia question here. This farm has the Dairyland seed soybean seed planted on it. It was our last video of planting beans this spring. And I did say in that video where the Dairyland was planted on this farm. So if you want to have a little fun, now you don't have to do this. If you want to have a little fun, you can go back in the archives, go back in my videos, find the last day of planting beans. And you should be able to watch that video and tell me in the comments where I planted the Dairyland seed soybeans on this farm. So Dairyland is a new seed that we're trying. A good friend of mine, Zach Green, sells Dairyland. If you're in the Star City area, hit Zach up. If you want to try some Dairyland seeds, buy some from him, give him a shot. The rest of the beans out here are Beck soybeans from our friend Sarah and Roger over at M&R Ag Service. Both great seed dealers to deal with. Very helpful there whenever you need something, questions, concerns, whatever. So give them guys a shout out if you want to try some of their seed. So let's get started. Let's get some beans cut before we get rained out, because the meteorologist was wrong. He said it wasn't supposed to rain today, but it looks like it's going to rain. So let's see what we can get done. So I was cutting along and I realized that I have a little bit of an issue right here. So I could see it through the beans wiggling around and sickles would go through it. So I thought I'd better stop and tighten that up a little bit. So there's actually some pretty nice soybeans out here. It's higher ground, but they're fairly good looking. It did get fairly dry here this summer also, as we're still to the south. In this area, the county didn't get as much rain as we did get to the north. So they did suffer a little bit. But in the better ground, they're really good. Now you get up on the high sand ridges and they're not the best. But these are looking pretty good through here. They're short, but they're full of pods, and the beans are pouring in the hopper pretty good. So that's telling me they're not yielding too bad. Now they're definitely not, 50 bushel soybeans. They're probably down around 40 something where they're good. But this kind of ground just doesn't grow that great of soybeans, We're lucky to see 50 bushel off of anything around this area. I'd love to farm out in Iowa where you see 80, 90, 100 bushel soybeans. I think that'd just be awesome to cut some 100 bushel soybeans. But it just doesn't happen in this area. Now down in the low muck and stuff, you'll see them up to 60 to 70, somewhere in there. But it's got to be the perfect year for them to grow. And they got to be so they don't get completely wet when it is wet. Now there's some green in these, but the grain's dry, but the bean stem itself is still kind of wet. So looks can be deceiving sometimes in soybeans. Okay, I'm gonna keep cutting. Well, sun's shining and it's pouring down rain. That's just wonderful. Well, I'd say we're done cutting beans for today. I'm gonna finish out this round and then head back up, tarp the truck, and tarp the grain cart. This really sucks. Oh well. Oh, it's not supposed to rain today. My ass. What's it doing right now? Pouring down rain. Hopefully we can make it back. Just wonderful. Well, I'm not gonna push it. I'll just drive back. Well, we're done for the day. Not how I wanted to end the day. I mean, look, the sun is shining. The sun is out right there. And it's pouring down rain. Now you watch. As soon as I drive back to the truck, it'll quit raining. That's how it always works. Oh well, we tried. In fact, I think it already stopped raining. No, it's still raining. So anyways, I might as well just go ahead and post this episode. I don't think we quite have enough video We might have made it 10 minutes today. I don't know. We'll see. So anyways, if you enjoyed this episode of Dirt Rain Steel, give me a like. We'll get back to cutting beans as soon as the weather straightens out and the weatherman quits lying. So maybe, just maybe, it'll quit raining and it'll get breezy and dry it out, and in an hour or so I can run again. But that was pretty much enough just to call it quits, I suppose. Them dry beans are gonna suck that moisture right up and get tough, and it's just, they won't shell out. The next thing you know, it plugs my bean screen with pods with beans in them, and that's not good. We'll see what happens. So anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.